It's with very great honour that I would like to announce that the 2016 Telstra Australian Businesswomen's Corporate and Private Award winner is Jackie McArthur.
Thank you. This really is a great honour. And for once, I'm almost speechless. Thank you, Telstra, and the Commonwealth Bank, obviously. 22 years of an award can only mean it's finally an institution, so it's a wonderful thing. It's just wonderful as well to be able to share a stage like this with so many great leaders in this room. It really is. And I know that together we can move mountains. And if we can't move the mountains, we should at least flatten them a little. We've got that much engineering skill in this room. I would think that's going to be easy enough, because we must flatten the mountains just to make it that little bit easier for all of the women that have to come after us. It's very important. Thank you very much, Dr. Catherine Ball. You are an inspiration. I've been following you very closely over the last year. You know, if you are lucky in life, you get to have great health and get a great education and be part of a loving family and community. Those are all things that happen if you're lucky. If you're very lucky, you'll get to work with people that you really share values with and share your passions. But if you're like me and you've won the lottery, you've got a husband like Ian who will do anything for you and your wonderful children, Cameron and Chloe. You'll get to get up every day and go to work with the wonderful men and women of Martin Brower, Australia, New Zealand, who have such a commitment to customer excellence. It defies imagination and belief. And all of those men and women at Martin Brower just make me want to work even harder for them. They're just completely inspirational. And I'm also very lucky because as Martin Brower ANZ, we have a wonderful customer in McDonald's. And I've worked for McDonald's Australia both inside and now outside, and I can tell you, inside and out, they are an organisation and a customer with a very, very big heart. But I didn't always consider myself quite this blessed, I have to admit. And I think, like many of us, I would give my right arm to be able to go back and talk to myself in my 20s. And if I could do that, I would say to my much younger self, 20 years ago, I know it seems a bit disheartening. I know you're getting told that you don't quite fit the mould, and I know you're getting told that the career path you want to choose is really not for you. And maybe it's because of your gender, and maybe it's because of your ethnicity. Who knows? Maybe it's because of all of that. But please don't listen too hard to those voices, because that adversity that you're experiencing is a really great thing. You just can't see it yet. You just can't see that it's forcing you to test boundaries that others have to take for granted. You can't see that it also means that what you need to do is prove yourself day in, day out. That's not a bad thing. And the other thing you can't see is this incredible cloud of generosity that's just up there over the horizon, and it's coming. You just can't see it yet. And it's coming in the form of mentors and advocates and champions and sponsors, work colleagues. And the one thing they all have in common is they want to see you succeed. They're men and women, and they're coming and they want to see you succeed. And some of your mentors and sponsors will even let you stand on their shoulders just for a brief period of time, just to give you a slightly different perspective, just to give you that bit of hope. You can't see it yet, but it's coming, so that's why you shouldn't listen too hard to the voices in your ear today. And that's the other reason why, you should know it's okay to be different. It's okay to look different. It's okay to sound a bit different. It's okay to do different things. But please don't try too hard to be someone else, because you're all you need to be. You really are. And it's so important that you remember that, because you're wasting a lot of time and energy in trying to be someone else, and that's just a waste. If only you could see that, you can invest that time much better. That's what I would say to my 20-year-old self. It was Winston Churchill that said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." And I suspect that all of those wonderful people in my life that have really gotten me to stand on this stage today would have an expectation, and it's a very reasonable one, that what I do going forward is repay many of those kindnesses. And that's very important to me. We talk about diversity and inclusion a lot tonight, and that's very important. That's critically important. I have a son, Cameron, and a daughter, Chloe, and when Chloe is old enough to go into the workforce, if she has exactly the same qualifications as her brother, exactly the same, she will on average have to work an extra 65 days a year just to match his base salary. Now that means Chloe is going to have fewer financial freedoms. When she retires one day, she's going to probably have a much smaller nest egg and have fewer options again. And that's why it's so important for all of you that have Chloes and sisters and wives and all of those female relatives. That's why diversity and inclusion is so important. That's why we all need to be talking within our organisations, within our industries, within our teams, within our governments, around this very important topic. There is a lot more that we can do, and in my industry in particular, logistics, supply chain and transport, you know, there are not many women at all. And it is a great career to have. The training that it gives is second to none. So please engage, and you've heard that from more than one speaker tonight. My thanks as well go to the other fantastic category finalists, and I love them very dearly. Darlene, Andrea, Tanya, Tracy, Diana, Corinne, and last but certainly not least, that netball coach with the most from Tasmania, Alicia. I just want to say, I've got a very, very good feeling about us. Thank you.